We must defend the truth at all costs, even if we return to being only 12. St. John Paul II.
Have you ever felt like the values you hold dear are constantly under attack? In a modern society that seems to increasingly value relativism and belittle morality, the Catholic faith is often ridiculed and misunderstood. Catholic Church, with its long history and profound teachings, faces a constant battle to defend the faith and preserve the symbols that are sacred to millions of believers. Imagine an Olympic opening ceremony where the Last Supper is reduced to mere entertainment, or the representation of the pale horse of the apocalypse is used without any regard for its true meaning. These attacks are not mere innocent mistakes. They are part of a larger attempt to undermine the moral integrity and teachings of Catholicism. In this video, we will explore the distorted values of modern society, the constant attacks on Catholicism, and the cultural appropriation of our symbols. We will understand how the Church, founded by Jesus, is facing the spiritual battle, and how each of us can stand up in defense of the faith. Are you ready to discover how to be an active and influential voice in a society that often rejects Christian values? Then let's embark on this journey of resilience and evangelization together. The modern world and distorted values. In today's society, many modern values contradict the teachings of the Catholic Church. It's common to see behaviors that promote a disordered life, straying from the Christian principles that uphold morality and integrity. Ideologies that exalt moral relativism cause the truth of the faith to be constantly questioned. A practical example is the trivialization of the traditional family, pillar upheld by the Catholic Church, but often ridiculed by the media. Disordered behaviors become the norm, challenging Catholic resilience in defending the faith. Another crucial point is the relentless pursuit of immediate pleasure, which often ignores the moral and spiritual consequences of our actions. Modern society values hedonism, placing individual desires above collective and spiritual responsibilities. This is reflected in social media, where narcissism and self-promotion are celebrated. The Catholic Church, on the other hand, preaches humility and service to others, principles that clash with this incessant pursuit of pleasure and fame. Moreover, we see a growing indifference towards the Christian values that have formed the foundation of many Western societies. Secularization is advancing, and with it, the marginalization of Catholic teachings. In schools and universities, faith is often seen as obsolete or irrelevant, when in reality, it offers profound and timeless answers to moral and existential questions. This drift from faith contributes to a more fragmented and less cohesive society, where the search for meaning and purpose is constant. Attacks on Catholicism. The Catholic Church often finds itself as the target of criticism that seeks to justify immoral and sinful action. The media and popular culture do not hesitate to undermine the Catholic faith, often portraying Catholic teachings as outdated or oppressive. These criticisms are made to divert attention from the errors present in modern society and to weaken Catholic symbols. Religious persecution is a reality that the Church faces as it tries to defend the truth of the faith against insidious attacks. These attacks are not limited to words, but also manifest in concrete actions. Churches are vandalized, religious symbols are disrespected, and Catholic figures are ridiculed. In the media, programs and movies frequently distort the image of the Church and its followers, promoting negative stereotypes, fuel distrust and contempt. This hostility is not just aimed at discrediting the Church, but also at discouraging the faithful from practicing and defending their faith publicly. Furthermore, there is a continuous effort to marginalize the Church in public discourse. In debates about morality and ethics, Catholic perspectives are often dismissed as backward or intolerant. This creates an environment where Catholics are pressured to conform to modern values, often at the cost of their own faith and convictions. It is a constant challenge to maintain moral integrity in the face of such pressures, but it is a call that Catholics must meet with courage and resilience. But the attacks are not just social, they also target the very symbols and values we hold dear. Parasitizing Catholic values and symbols. Recently, at the opening ceremony of the Olympics in France, we saw a clear appropriation of Catholic symbols. The use of the pale horse, for example, sparked numerous interpretations. many of them linked to the rider of the apocalypse. This appropriation is not merely aesthetic, it carries a subliminal message that challenges and distorts Catholic values. For many believers, seeing these symbols in such a secular context is disturbing as it turns something sacred into mere decoration. Furthermore, there was a distortion of the Last Supper. During the same ceremony, the depiction of Christ's Last Supper, a central event for the Catholic faith, was used in a decontextualized and irreverent manner. This disrespectful appropriation of such a solemn and significant moment is a clear example of how popular culture can parasitize Catholic symbols for entertainment purposes. This type of representation not only trivializes the faith, but also generates a sense of indignation among the faithful, who see their sacred rites being publicly disrespected. This distortion of Catholic symbols is not an isolated phenomenon. In various other ceremonies and cultural events, elements of the Catholic faith are reused out of context, often without the due respect or understanding of their profound meaning. This can be seen in fashion shows, music performances, and even in advertising campaigns. The trivialization of symbols like the cross, the rosary, and clerical garments weakens the public's perception of their importance and sanctity. The impact of this appropriation on the Catholic community is significant. Many feel disrespected and marginalized when they see their symbols of faith used in a superficial or disrespectful way. This feeds a sense of religious persecution, where the very Catholic identity is put in question. To defend the faith, it is crucial that Catholics raise their voices against such practices and educate society about the true meaning of these symbols, reinforcing moral integrity and Catholic teachings. Disrespect and cultural appropriation. Disrespect for Catholic symbols and values extends beyond public ceremonies, permeating the media and popular culture. Movies, TV shows, and music often portray religious figures in a caricatured or derogatory manner. This cultural appropriation is not only offensive, but also harmful, as it perpetuates misconceptions and stereotypes about the Catholic Church. Evangelization becomes more difficult when society is bombarded with these distorted representations. A striking example of this disrespect is the use of images of saints and martyrs in contexts that have nothing to do with their lives and works. The media appropriates these figures to sell products or promote ideas that go against Christian values. This not only disrespects the memory of these saints, but also devalues Catholic teaching. The Catholic community, in turn, must remain vigilant and ready to defend the faith and correct these misconceptions whenever possible. The impact of this distortion on the Catholic community is profound. In addition to undermining the confidence of the faithful, it also creates a barrier for those seeking to understand Catholicism better. Media and popular culture criticism can make the Church seem less relevant or authentic, alienating potential converts. To counter this trend, it is essential for Catholics to use communication platforms to clarify the truth of the faith and promote a more just and respectful understanding of Catholic symbols. These distortions are not just random acts, they are part of a larger spiritual battle. The Church and the spiritual battle. The Catholic Church, founded by Jesus Christ, carries the divine mission of being the guardian of the truth of faith and morality in society. Since its foundation, the Church has faced a constant spiritual battle, resisting countless persecutions and challenges throughout history. Jesus established the Church as a bastion against evil, granting it spiritual authority to guide the faithful through tumultuous time. Church's perseverance is a testament to its resilience and its sacred mission. The foundation of the Church is a landmark in human history, representing the union of faith and reason on the path to salvation. The Church's mission is clear: to evangelize and bring the teachings of Christ to all nations. Throughout the centuries, the Church has faced challenges from heretics and enemies of the faith, always maintaining its moral integrity. The history of the Church is full of examples of saints and martyrs who, in their dedication to evangelization, defended the faith to their last breath. Even in modern times, the Church continues to be a guiding light, combating the darkness of immorality and relativism. In a society that often tries to marginalize the Catholic faith, Church remains steadfast in its mission. Catholic teachings offer a moral compass, guiding the faithful in an increasingly confused world. The integrity of the Church and its mission to defend the faith are a source of inspiration for all Catholics who must unite in this spiritual battle. Enemies of the faith. Throughout history, the Catholic Church has faced numerous enemies who have tried to suppress its message and influence. From the beginning, the devil and heretics have seen the Church as a threat to their control over souls. Religious persecution is a constant in the history of the Church. From the first martyrs to modern forms of discrimination and hostility, these enemies of the faith recognize the spiritual strength of the Church and do everything to weaken it. Historical examples abound: the Roman persecutions, the Inquisition, the religious wars, and more recently, aggressive secularization in many parts of the world. Each of these persecutions tested Catholic resilience, but also reinforced the faith and determination of the faithful. The heretics, in turn, tried to corrupt the doctrine from within, promoting misconceptions and distorting Catholic teaching. However, the Church has always remained vigilant, protecting the truth of the faith against these threats. Today, the Church faces new challenges from modern enemies, including ideologies that seek to undermine Christian values. Religious criticism, often fueled by the media, tries to discredit the Church and its teachings. However, Catholic resilience continues to be a powerful force. Catholics are called to defend their faith, not only in words but also in actions, demonstrating moral integrity and Christian values in their daily lives. Despite these attacks, the Catholic Church remains steadfast. Now, more than ever, we need to take a stand. The need to defend our faith. It is crucial that Catholics be vocal and proactive in defending their values in a society that often disrespects them. Defending the faith is not just about protecting Catholic symbols, but also about promoting Catholic teachings and the moral integrity they represent. There are various Catholic initiatives and movements that are making a difference, from prayer groups to organizations that work for social justice, showing that faith can and should be a driving force for positive transformation in society. For example, movements like the Catholic Charismatic Renewal and Opus Dei have played vital roles in revitalizing faith among Catholics, promoting evangelization, and the active witness of faith. These movements provide the faithful with tools and resources to live their lives according to Christian values, offering spiritual retreats, training, and community support. They are concrete examples of how faith can be defended and lived vibrantly and effectively. Furthermore, initiatives like the March for Life demonstrate the strength of the Catholic community by uniting thousands of people in defense of fundamental Christian values. These marches and peaceful protests are opportunities for Catholics to publicly show their commitment to life, justice, and truth. It is important for all the faithful to find ways to get involved in their communities, whether through participating in local events, volunteering, or simply living according to Catholic teachings in their daily life.
Embark on a spiritual journey with our new ebook, 50 Saints, Stories and Prayers for Divine Intervention. This inspiring collection delves into the lives of 50 revered saints, offering their powerful stories and heartfelt prayers to guide you towards divine intervention. Perfect for personal reflection or group study, this ebook is a must-have for every devout Catholic. Enhance your faith and discover the strength of these saintly figures. Find the download link in the pinned comment below.
Making our voice heard. For our defense of the faith to be effective, it is essential for Catholics to actively engage in society and politics. Evangelization is not limited to pulpits and prayer groups, but also extends to the public spheres, where decisions affecting everyone's lives are made. Catholics must be witnesses to the truth of the faith in all aspects of life, positively influencing modern society and promoting Christian values at all levels. One way to make our voice heard is by participating in community councils, non-governmental organizations, and even political offices. Catholics who take on these positions can advocate for laws and policies that align Catholic teachings on morality, social justice, and the defense of life. Additionally, evangelization can be carried out through social media, where a well-articulated message can reach thousands of people in seconds. The need for evangelization and public witness is more urgent than ever. Every Catholic has the responsibility to be an ambassador of faith, sharing Christ's love through words and actions. promoting the truth of the faith in everyday conversations, educating friends and family about Catholic teaching, actively participating in the community, powerful ways to witness the faith. In a world that often devalues Catholic symbols and Christian values, our voice must resonate with clarity and conviction. The journey to defend the Catholic faith is challenging but absolutely necessary in our modern society. Each of us has a crucial role to play in preserving and promoting Christian values. Consider the small actions that can have a big impact, such as joining prayer groups, engaging in productive discussions about faith, and even using social media to share the truth of the faith. Saint Michael the Archangel, the great defender of the Church, is a powerful example of resilience and courage in the spiritual battle. Our video on Saint Michael the Archangel offers an inspiring perspective on how we can mirror him, face today's challenge. So, why not start today? Subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications to continue learning how to defend the Catholic faith and live the teachings of Christ with integrity. Together, we can make a difference and transform the world with the light of the gospel. Let's go. Be part of this mission. And don't forget to watch our video on Saint Michael the Archangel to further strengthen your faith and courage.